Welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Radio Show, and on the line right now is an amazing woman doing great things in the community. She's the founder of Find Your Beautiful. Please welcome Michell Edwards to the show.
Hi, thank you, Nikki, for having me on your show.
Oh, you're welcome. It's great connecting with you. How are you liking the cold weather? You finally got it.
Oh, well, I can't complain, right? But I would say I'd prefer 30 plus. But the fact that we got this cold weather at the beginning of January, I am not going to complain.
Awesome. I'm so pleased that we're connecting again. You were on the TV show not too long ago, and you brought such great energy. Everyone loved, meeting you, and I think some really great connections were made that day for yourself. I know people were just raving about you. So the energy that you bring is fantastic, and I know you radiate this type of energy to your shows. Can we talk about some of the programming that you have and where people can find you?
Right, so I'm producing 2 shows with MVP Media. You can go to nvpitv.com and also on their YouTube channel, NVPITV. So I'm coming out with my own show called Michelle. And
awesome.
I'm also coming out with another show with Stephanie Lowe, who you know, and Anna Lay. Right, so the show is all about, 3 girlfriends getting together and just talking about life and talking about different topics and, of course, having people come on the show. So I'm super excited to be doing that with my besties for sure.
Awesome. Congratulations on that. That is amazing. And you also have a website, too, that puts everything together. Can you describe the website?
Right. So findyourbeautiful.com is a lifestyle magazine for women. So we help women through articles. We help women through the talk shows. We help women through events. So it's, I do it full time. It's actually my passion to give information to women to help, elevate and empower their lives to live the best lives that they can live.
Fantastic. And what's the inspiration for doing all this? People talk about their different, raison d'être, what pushes them, what fuels their passion. What's yours?
Right. So my inspiration clearly comes from my own life and from my son. I've had a really difficult life growing up, and having him at a young age really inspired me to kind of push for more out of life. So my focus with Find Your Beautiful is to help women design the type of life that they want to live, because not every woman wants the same life. So we don't push products. We don't push services down anybody's throat. We're just like, hey, here's, fundamental principles that will help you, and you take what you want to take out of it and you apply it into your own life.
Fantastic. Okay. And how old is your son now?
So he's turning 17.
Okay.
He's turning 17 and...
Okay.
Sorry?
No, I said you must be, such an inspiration to him. You must be an incredible role model for everything that you do.
We're super close. He plays soccer. Sometimes I even interview him on my show because I want to get him media ready. But he's actually a bigger inspiration to me. Honestly, I always say that he saved my life. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. Yeah, because I just was not in a good place, and he was actually my motivation and a reason to, stop a lot of the nonsense that I was doing, because let's be real, some of the things that happen to your life, they're not always someone else's fault, right?
Yeah, we all make mistakes. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. So he definitely shaped me up, and, I live every day for him, and he's such a good kid. I think he's my greatest accomplishment out of everything that I've done. Not that he's a project or anything, but you know what I mean.
No, I understand. I'm a mother of 3, and I thank the Lord every day that there are such good children, because I see what's out there, and it's really disheartening, and they have it together, and I thank and pray every day that they stay that way. So no, I totally understand what you're talking about.
Right, because it's essentially their choice, right? That's the part. There's parents out there that can do everything right, and their children can still make the wrong choices. So it's the fact that your children have chosen to make good decisions for themselves and to be good people, I mean, I think that's what you're most proud of as a parent.
Absolutely, absolutely. That they're productive, good citizens to the world. Absolutely. Now let's talk about something interesting. Something that comes up, maybe sometimes in your reflection as a woman and in your sharing with other women. Why is it important for women not to settle?
Because you're not going to enjoy your life as much. I mean, let's talk about settling in relationships. I just feel that as human beings, that we're put on this earth to, to make a difference, to leave a legacy, and to enjoy our lives. So if you settle for a relationship, let's say with a partner, right? Or in a relationship or a friendship, and people are not treating you well, I don't think you're honoring your purpose. You're not honoring why you were put on this earth.
Exactly.
And that sucks the life out of you.
It does.
It's
very draining.
It's extremely draining. And I've been in those type of relationships. It's not just with a guy. It could be with a friend. It could be with a family member where they're not honoring you and they're not treating you well. And I think that's important as a woman to know that, you honor people and people really do honor you back. It's not to give, you're giving to get, but, it is like a standard of how people should be treating you.
Yeah. No, it's really important to have that reciprocal relationship, because if it's 80% give and only 20% take, like as you mentioned before, it becomes very draining. So there has to be kind of a balance in that relationship, and nurturing and all of that has to be in place in order for the relationship to survive. Because whatever you don't put attention to is going to just fizzle out and die. In
Absolutely.
anything,
And you have
in
to
a
think
work
of yourself
relationship,
like that.
personal. Yeah.
Absolutely. You have to think of yourself as a flower. Flowers can wither and they can die. So, every so often you have to prune yourself. So you can flourish and you can thrive even more. And at first it hurts, maybe to lose that friendship or that relationship, but it is so beneficial to you down the road. So relationships are important. I mean, I think people underestimate how important relationships are. I mean, one of the ways that I improved my life was just getting rid of bad relationships.
So I didn't get weeding.
Yeah.
You were weeding in that flower situation. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? You have to think about that. You have to weed, and then better people come down the road. We are so worried about losing these toxic relationships when there are amazing, fruitful relationships that are just waiting to come into our lives, but are being blocked from the negative energy that already exists. Exactly.
And it's difficult. It may be painful for some people to let go, but when they let go and honor themselves, they leave that room for something better to come in. That room that was filled up with that toxic energy. So it's really important. And I'm learning, even at my 48 years young, I'm getting it, but it's a work in progress for a lot of people to understand how important it is to keep that balance. So it's great that you emphasize that. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, because you're worth, having people honor you. I'm worth people honoring me. Every woman, man out there, they're worthy of having people honor them. So it just blows my mind, and I'm talking about myself, how I tolerate it. I have to say that I have to take responsibility for allowing those type of people in my life, how I tolerated being disrespected for so long. Right?
Absolutely.
So now I just know, what? I'm worth people honoring me. It's not that I'm going to use people. It's not that I want things from people, but I just want people to respect me and, to be as good to me as I'm willing to be for them. And that's what I want for women. I want women to have that as well.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Michelle, we are coming to the close, but I want to ask you something. The show is about transforming lives one story at a time. What have you done to transform someone's life, and how have you been transformed in 2015?
Well, I would bring it down to two things. One of the ways that I do to transform people's lives is I actually do empowering workshops at women's shelters across the GTA.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, I go in there and, you know, I let them know that, you know, it's going to get better and that they're actually on their way to success. You know, a lot of women, you know, when they have to start over, when they end up in a shelter, they equate it with, like, failure and they equate it with, you know, disappointments. And I'm actually like, no, you're actually taking a step in the right direction, right? So it's like when you go through these transitions and you have to go to a shelter or you have to start over a new job, you know, you're not failing. You've just learned to succeed even more. And that's what my message to them every time I go in there. And I know for sure that I'm making a difference in that regard. The other way that I have to say 2015 empowered me is like I actually said that I'm leaving my past in 2015. Right? Because I was carrying around so much guilt. You know, I actually was finalized my divorce this year. This year was probably one of the hardest years of my life. And I said, I'm leaving my past in 2015. And I think in order to truly transform and to evolve, you have to leave your past behind you. I'm such an advocate on that. You know, people have kind of learned how to live with it and how to coexist with their past, and they don't know that they can actually learn and grow and empower themselves, regardless of what it is, you know, because we make ourselves martyrs. We think we're the only ones or the worst person in the world, and that's not true. So I know definitely my transformation beginning of 2016 was due to the fact that I said, okay, 2015, like that's done. Sorry, my past is just behind me at this point.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And the thing about the past is that the past does not define your future. It doesn't define your destiny. It's just part of what you had to go through in your journey. And if people want to attach you and judge you on your past, you just tell them, look, my past is gone. That's not me. This is me now in 2016. So I really applaud everything that you're doing. I have a lot of respect for you. I want to do, you know, whatever I can to support you. And I know people who are listening want to find a way to reach out to you. So how can they do that, Michelle? How can they find you?
Okay, so they can go to findyourbbeautiful.com, which is the website itself. They can reach me on social media, Twitter at FYBeauty, Facebook, Find Your Beautiful, or they can email me at Michelle, Michell, at findyourbbeautiful.com. My phone number is also 647-716-4675.
Fantastic. It's been such a pleasure. Again, I want to congratulate you for everything that you've done, and I'm really looking forward to seeing all the amazing, you know, things you're going to be doing in the community for 2016. And count me in. Whatever you have, I'd like to help you.
Okay, for sure. And thank you for being such a great role model as well. I had such a great time at your taping. It was actually like, I met the most fantastic people. And honestly, like everybody is giving me such great reviews about the interview that we did together. You made me feel so comfortable. So I just want to really thank you for that as well.
But you're a natural. You're completely talented at what you do. So Michelle, thank you so much. We'll connect another time. And you've been listening to the Nikki Clarke Show Radio with Michelle Edwards. Have a good day.
Okay. You too. Goodbye.